Chris and I decided to go on a much-needed 7-day cruise, and we went when it was freezing cold. We drove to New Orleans. Have you ever seen a wedding? This is like a wonderful experience. I'd never been to New Orleans and got to see this wedding party walking by to go to their reception. First day was a day at sea, and it was cold. Here we are just on the Mississippi River trying to get out to the ocean. We still had on our fleece. Nobody was in the swimming pools. It was cold. Lots of wind was whipping, but you know, we still wanted to see the sights. People were wearing wool coats. This was our 8th cruise, first cruise on the Norwegian cruise line, and we were on the ship Dawn, which happens to be my mother's middle name, so it was a very nice experience. We spent the first day sort of exploring the ship. You gotta have the meals in the dining room, and what's better than all these desserts? Yum. Pistachio creme brulee. And don't forget the little towel friends. They usually have those in your cabin when you return. I think this was windburn, not sunburn, because we really didn't see the sun. So the day at sea was over. We're headed next morning to Cozumel. The sun is rising on the horizon, and it looks promising for nice weather that day. Hi there. So a couple of things I wanted to say about things that I carry. Definitely have a lanyard of some kinds, and you can get it punched in the gift shop with your key card on it. I bring a scarf, and yes, I know we're on a tropical cruise, but I bring a fleece to the dining room because I'm usually chilled. A watch, any kind of watch will do, but don't bring your good designer watch because it'll get scuffed or scratched, or you know, you just don't want to bring something that's going to be really nice and get ruined. I also bring a small satchel or purse, just like a crossbody bag of some kind, and that way you can carry your essentials in it, your chapstick, your sunglasses, your creamer or whatever, and have things that you need without having to keep your hands full. Well, that's it for now. Bye. Apparently, we're one of the early birds. We like to get up when we're reaching our first land destination after being at sea and kind of watch the ship as it maneuvers into its space and, you know, see the sights. Sometimes on the horizon you can see beautiful mountains or buildings or hotels. It's just kind of nice to kind of scope out the area before you actually get off the ship and go visit. Often other ships will be alongside you, letting their passengers out at the same destinations. I'm quite surprised. It is 7:30 in the morning and there's nobody here. Like, where is everybody? Very few people came up to see us kind of anchor here at Cozumel. We're still in process of getting in our space alongside the Disney Wonder. I don't know if you can see that below me. But really the pool is empty, all the lawn chairs are empty, and nobody's here, so it's kind of nice. I forgot to tell you a couple of things that I have in my little purse. I keep my little supplements, vitamins, whatever, and this is the printout for all of the activities that are going on today. So we're at day 2 of our cruise, and it is a full page that I have torn off from the booklet of the activity sheet here, and I've highlighted certain things that I'm interested in. So bring your highlighter. that's very helpful at a glance, just to be able to see the time bracket where you want to be in a certain place on the ship at a certain time is very handy. So I fold that up into like a little credit card size and keep it in my purse. And then I also printed out this at home. It's a mini guide, and on it, which is a folded little booklet, is a map of the ship. And so you can find your way around without having to stop at the little directories. It's kind of handy to have in your purse. So I like to kind of map out my day, mark the couple of things that I'd like to do on the ship, and then open up the map and find out where I'm supposed to go. So if I'm on deck 9 and I know I need to be, you know, 4 floors down for something at a certain time, I kind of have an idea of when I need to start making my trek over to that side of the ship. So that was just another little tip. One of the reasons you want to keep your schedule handy is to remember what time meal times are in the dining rooms. It's one of the highlights of cruising on a cruise ship. It is so refreshing and revitalizing to just be on deck where you smell the salty air, you've got the wonderful sea breeze blowing across your face. It's just so healing and rejuvenating, especially when you're in the busy work week schedule, and here you can just relax and look at the beautiful scenes. Yeah, there's food available like 24/7. We usually enjoy the dining room experience, even for breakfast. That way you have a waiter come and serve you, and you can choose items from the menu that are a little bit nicer than the buffets that are upstairs, which are kind of help yourself. Everything that you could imagine is available to you. And you might want to fill up on a nice hearty breakfast if you have planned any excursions for the day. Disembarking is easy. All you have to do is make sure that you have that cruise card with you. And oftentimes you'll see people gathering where someone is holding a number, and that indicates your particular shore excursion meetup place. There are ship photographers all over the place in the dining rooms, and often when you get off for a port of call, there'll be someone dressed in native attire, and you can get your photo taken with them and then purchase them later in the cruise ship. There's always what I call lots of traffic, because nobody's standing still. Everybody's moving and got somewhere to go. You don't have to have a shore excursion booked in order to leave the ship. I'm going to show you one of the greatest suggestions that I have found from other YouTubers. So let me back up so I can show you. It is to bring this over-the-door shoe organizer. And I got this particular one at Bed Bath & Beyond. And I'm going to just show you everything that it stores. So it hooks over the door with these 4 hooks, and the door closes all the way, but it just doesn't latch. So you can see there's just a little bit of space that it would need in order to latch close, but we're fine with that the way it is. I have my pouch for my Clarisonic. My Clarisonic is in the next one, and that's because it started going off randomly. And I was like, what in the world is that noise? So I went into the shower and this was going off. So I just kind of put it, and I couldn't turn it off. So it was just kind of weird. So I just decided not to use it and put it here. This is another Eagle Creek packet cube of like a flashlight, a suction cup. What else is in here? Oh, a little plug-in nightlight, which we're not finding we don't need. This is my stevia. I have some from an older pouch down here, and then some extra. I mean, that's plenty for this whole entire vacation. And then this is my little snack pouch. It's got a couple of Luna bars in it, and some teas, hot teas, or iced teas, whichever I choose. And then this is a Arizona green tea and some peanut butter bars. Now this was not really for the cruise itself. You have so much food and so much snacks and desserts and everything that you really don't need anything extra, but this was getting here, the road trip getting here. This is some cotton balls and some antifungal lotion. And I have some supplements that you guys probably saw in my other video. And this is just enough to refill it for the rest of the trip. Then I have sunglasses here. My brushes, teasing brush, and comb. Then this is some belt clips for our cruise card, which we're finding we're not using in an extra lanyard. I didn't know if my husband would want one or not, and he did not. I found this wonderful creamer, hazelnut creamer to go, and I actually have used this a couple of times already on the ship. This is a strap, like over the shoulder strap for a water bottle. And this is one of those mini kits from the Container Store that's like a mini emergency kit. It has a little bit of everything in it. Down here is a shower cap, which I haven't needed yet. This is a little clutch of bobby pins and hair ties and hair clips and headbands. It's from Target, it's Contents brand. Then I have some feminine liners and some rounds, cotton rounds to remove my eye makeup, and some Yes to Cucumbers facial wipes for my makeup removal. This is a little mini shaver, one belt, Beach Babe, Not Your Mother's hairspray. What is this? I forget what they call it. Texturizing sea salt spray. And then some empty pouches. I have some hairspray and another kind of mousse for volume. And then the other thing that I have, let me pan over this way. Hubby's reading some matter. What are you reading?
Some matter.
Some matter. Some cruise matter. It says cruise rewards. So the other wonderful tip I got from other YouTubers is these walls are magnetic. So I brought this little magnetic clip, and this was an itinerary that we got the first day of the whole 7 days events on the cruise in a nutshell. So I thought that would be a good, it kind of keeps me on track of which day are we. So today we're day 3, and I can at a glance just look at this just to kind of see what day it is, because you do lose track. There's not a lot of clocks on board, so you are constantly kind of trying to figure out what time it is. You can't use your cell phone really, so I don't even really turn it on except to film for you guys. And then I have another clip. This is the current day's highlights, so it's not the actual schedule but just the highlights. And then I have one of these magnetic, it's from the Dollar Tree. It's a magnetic container, and I just had taken off some jewelry and some hair ties and bobby pins, so stuck that in there, and it sticks on the wall, and it's quite convenient. The other thing is I did not bring my own hair dryer. This is the hair dryer from the cruise, and I have to say that it's if you have room and you have a love affair with your very own hair dryer, which I kind of do, I would suggest bringing it. I really had no room to pack my full-size hair dryer, and I chose not to bring my little travel one, but my full-size hair dryer dries my hair in half the time, and it also has a nozzle to where I can use my round brush and do my own hair. This one does not have any sort of attachment like that. Whoops, let me get this way. It doesn't have any kind of attachment like that, and I found that it's really, really heavy. So, you know, I just used that that texturizing spray, and because I wear my hair up most of the time. I also have some bandanas, because the wind at times can be pretty fierce and it'll whip your hair into your face, and I just that just annoys me to no end. So I have it pinned, I have a comb up here, I have bobby pins to keep the little flyaways on the side, and I have a hair clip in the back. So I like, if I could paste my hair to my head, I probably would. Unless you're going to dinner or something, you know, the formal night, then yeah, I would fix my hair. But most of the time I like to be on the deck. I like to be where the wind is whipping and it's beautiful to see the ocean views. And so yeah, that was my spiel on the hairdryer. So. Ta-da. Look at the color of this water. It is so blue. And there's the Disney ship. And there's ours. And now for your viewing pleasure. Feast your eyes on this. No pun intended. This is my flyby to kind of show you what kinds of possibilities you can even imagine are available for food on this ship. And there's a constant rotation, so they don't serve everything all the time. Sometimes there's a themed event and they would have some more Italian foods or some Indian foods, or, you know, it's just a culinary delight just looking at all of the options. Yeah, it's quite continental, but even though they have a mix of what you can choose from each day, there's some standards that are quite often always there, and that's like the salads and the fruits, and there's always a variety of desserts, breads and pastas, cold salads, hamburgers and stuff off the grill, and usually there's a carving station where they'll have some kind of roasted meat. What you're not able to see is up above on the shelf that's right above the food. There's usually a description of what the item is. It will tell you, well, this is a cucumber salad, or so that way you can look up above and actually see what sometimes specified ingredient. Often they will say that this product contains nuts, or this particular dessert, these have no sugar added, and that way you can adjust the foods that you choose to your dietary needs. And remember, this is just the buffet, and there are multiple buffets usually on many of the cruise lines. This does not include the seated dining room fare, where you go into the dining room and get a table and have a waiter or waitress come to serve you. I'm saying dining room, but what I mean to say is restaurants. On the Norwegian Dawn, there are 2 distinct restaurants that you can go to as part of what you already paid for your complete cruise experience. Then, on top of that, there are some other premium restaurants where you pay like a $30 flat fee in order to have a different dining experience. So Chris surprised me one night and we got off the elevator at Cagney's Steakhouse, which is one of those premium dining experience restaurants, and this one focuses obviously on steaks. If you have a special occasion that you know you want to celebrate on a specific day of the cruise, you can go ahead and make your reservations at the time that you book the cruise. The regular dining rooms are definitely not private. You can sometimes hear the conversations of your neighbor. These premium restaurants are what I would call semi-private. We started with shrimp cocktail and lump crab salad with arugula. I chose the lobster tail and shrimp with linguine and snow peas. And he got the iceberg wedge salad, which I forgot to film, and the ribeye. For dessert, I got the gourmet ice cream sandwich. Look at this little guy peeking out from under the sheets. I think it looks like a ferret. We set sail all night long from Cozumel, Mexico to Belize City, Belize. Sometimes the water at shore is just too shallow for these big old ships, so you have to take a tender. This was going to be a great shore excursion for me. My father lives in Belize, and I was able to connect with him for about 3 hours. He and his wife traveled a long way, and we hadn't seen them in 10 years. If you come back early or decide not to go on a shore excursion, it can be the best time to enjoy the ship with minimal crowds and quiet time. Here I am sitting poolside, and I decided to take out my calligraphy. Yes, I brought it with me because I was trying to be very self-disciplined and practice daily. The pools are empty. There's not a lot of Caribbean music or noise. It's a great time to just grab a cup of coffee or tea and just relax and enjoy. And now some photos from the regular dining room. 5-course meals. Tonight I had fish, and Chris had the prime rib. And don't forget dessert. Many, many options. Doesn't it look delicious? Many of the cruise lines visit the same ports of call, so if you're not a first-time cruiser, you can visit places that you've already been to. In this case, Cozumel, Mexico, we had been to many, many times. But now we're headed to a new destination for us, ROATÁN, Honduras. Interestingly, we didn't go on any shore excursions this cruise. It was more of a just relax, unwind, and take it easy. We didn't want to have to go and do a bunch of things. But just getting off to the merchant market area within walking distance was a wonderful experience for us. We both loved this island and would love to return here at some point in time. It's such a beautiful, peaceful, kind of sanctuary sort of space. The ocean water was just this beautiful blue. Unlike the tropical blue we had seen earlier, this one was just divine. The end of the day came too quickly. Or wait, was that not soon enough? Day 6 was spent in Costa Maya, Mexico. On this day we had a mission. It was all thanks to those ants at Belize City who bit me on my feet. Well, the walking pharmacy kit that I brought with me was not sufficient to take care of this girl's allergic reaction, so we were off to shore on a hunt to find some Benadryl. Mission accomplished. We found some Benadryl, and I didn't give it another thought the entire cruise. So we decided to pick up a cheesy tourist gift for our granddaughter, Naima, and we could get her name on this bracelet. Now, not many people here have the name Naima, so we thought it would be really unique for her to have a gift with her very own name on it. And I just had to film this guy. Like, he whipped out this bracelet in about, 3 minutes. And it was just so fascinating to watch him. And we have this cute little gift for our 5-year-old granddaughter. Okay, I have no idea why, but I have this huge soft spot in my heart for dolphins. I just think these ancient creatures are just so fascinating. They remind you to be fun, and I don't know, there's just something about them. It's like if they could talk, there is so much wisdom that they hold that they could share with you. And just to watch them makes you feel so playful. Speaking of playful, here's a couple girls having a good time. time I get near the ocean, I say, why don't I live here? I am a sunshine, ocean, paradise, palm tree kind of girl. I was born in July. That's where I need to be. It just fills my soul. I know what he's after, but a girl can only eat so much. And have you ever known me to ever in my life refuse ice cream? Yeah, that's how much eating I've done on this trip. I think I look kind of like that guy. The staff always serves up this poolside barbecue on the day of our last port of call. It all looks so good, but I'm really just not hungry. I'm already considering when I get home the fact that I may need to just do a detox for a few days. So they had grilled steak on the other side, grilled chicken on this side. Ooh, some seafood paella. That looks so good. But no, I just really can't even taste it. It's just too much food. We had talked with some people on land who were from another cruise ship. This is the MSC Divina, I believe. And it was like a band cruise where all throughout the cruise there were these live bands going all the time, non-stop. But yeah, this guy looks a little obscene. And then right beside him is this, I don't know, another weird guy. He's kind of like, I don't know, are they drunk? It looks like a wild cruise to me. Headbanger. Yeah, that's what I would call him. So yeah, I guess there are cruises for all kinds of different personalities and different lifestyles. I'm just very glad that this cruise is not passing the Disney Wonder. Mama, get your kids in the inside cabin right away. Anyway, it looks like a lot of fun for them. Did I talk to you guys at all about the food on the ship? Yeah. Well, this guy is making crepes right in front of your eyes, and then he will fill it with the fillings that you select over there on the left. Pretty crazy. This is like my downfall, desserts. Especially the chocolate ones. And that makes for the end of another beautiful day. And this guy hanging from the ceiling. And that brings us to our last and final day, the day at sea, which is heading back to home. I didn't even begin to mention the entertainment, the shows, the parties, the games that you could play on this cruise, and there's just so much to enjoy about it. With freestyle cruising, you choose your cruise experience. Did I mention the food? Oh, yeah. And by the way, those two dining rooms we could go to as an option were the Venetian and Aqua. And then the buffet was called the Garden Cafe. So back to real life. Hope you enjoyed it.